What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Saint back on the Delay W podcast, and this episode is another story time. So I want to just run this real quick. I'm here with my co-host 7.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Then we got the panel, Coconut,
What's it do?
Swank,
And we're back out here.
Kiki the Don,
We out here, boys.
and of course you got our editor, Flame M16. His channel will be linked in the description below. So 7, you want to introduce our guest?
Of course, it would be my honor. So, our first guest we have is Guardian.
What's up, boys?
Disclaimer, I didn't choose this name, dickhole abuser.
Hey, what's up?
We will
Yeah.
refer to him as DHA.
Yeah, DHA. I'll just call him dickhole, it's funny.
I'm going for Dicko, bro. I'm going all in.
And last but not least, my close friend and someone who is driving at the moment, B-Rab.
Hello.
That's his real nigga.
Well, we're all friends here, right? All right, it's the same as last time. It's just a bunch of dudes, bunch of friends just here to
Jerking
share
each other
some
off.
stories. Yeah.
Oh, yes, sir.
Hey, no, we're maintaining at least 6 feet from each other, you know? So,
Yeah.
Social distancing.
Exactly.
No, we got the gloves on, boys. We all right.
We had
We're
gloves
gonna
on
use
that.
gloves around here.
Yeah.
I got my face mask.
Yeah, it's going to be a splash
It's
zone
got a
where
hole
you're
cut
at.
out of it, though.
Jesus.
What the?
Jesus.
That sounds like AIDS to me.
It's a different type of glory hole.
Oh my goodness.
All right, Saint. Who should we start with?
I need to know about the sock story because this seems like to be an ongoing joke.
Oh, okay. The socks. Okay. So the sock story
okay.
is my story.
Yeah, but it involves
It involves-
Frank, B-Rab, and I. We were
Yeah.
first-hand
okay.
victims.
Yeah. Okay. So it's what is it? What 4 years ago? We all took our 4 years ago. Holy shit. Yeah. We all took our senior trip to Europe, Germany, Italy, Switzerland, and Austria.
Yeah.
And so we arrive in Germany, and we're all taking this like giant bus. There's like how many of us? There's like probably like what
It's
30 of us, 40,
30
maybe?
people, 40 people, yeah.
Yeah, there's like 30 of us in there. And so me and my girlfriend at the time, we'll call her Janet. Okay, we'll call her
Alright,
Janet.
Janet.
We'll call her Janet. You know, me and Janet, we've been together for like 2 years. Like we've never fucked, okay? So we're like, I was like, yo, we're in a different country. Maybe I'm gonna smash, you know? So
I like how that's your main point, though.
It
He's
is.
about to
We're
give
on
us
the
some
bus.
supporting details.
Yeah. So we're on the bus. We're on our way to our hotel. We just landed, and I think everybody was like pretty tired from things. So we figured everybody else was sleeping, right?
Oh no.
And so we're sitting
Nigga
next
said
to
he
each other,
figured.
and
He wasn't sure.
And she whips out my dick and she starts jerking me off on the bus. There's no like anyone can see it. If anyone just like looked over, they can just see it. You know, I think we had like one of like my like shitty cardigans like covering or whatever.
We were way
Like
too
if you
tired
looked
to
over,
care.
you could definitely tell. Anyways, she's jerking me off, and I'm like, fuck, I'm about to finish. And so none of us packed fucking napkins or towels, and we only had our backpacks. And so I'm like, oh, here's like this like sock I wore like a couple years ago. It's just a long sock. And I'm like, I was like, fuck, grab this. So I grabbed the sock, and I like finished in the sock. Right? Okay, that's it. We finished. That's the end of the story. Anyways, we get to the hotel later that night. I open up my bag, and I'm like, holy shit. This sock smells like bleach. So I pull out the sock and I'm like, yo, it's kind of crazy, but I wasn't sure if I was like tripping or not. So I give the sock over to 7. I give the sock first over to
that was the
give it
last
to
night.
me.
You kept it in your backpack until the last.
Oh wait, was it the last night?
Yeah, it was the last night.
when we were
Yeah.
all
Okay.
shit
So
faced.
remember, we've been in Europe for like a week by now. So the socks, it's
soggy,
it's been
man.
marinating. It's been
maturing,
marinating. It's a hard sock. It's a hard sock.
God, dude.
Crispy sock.
It's a crusty sock.
Oh my goodness.
it
That's
out.
dirty.
And I'm like, yo, does this? Yeah, I give it over to Swank, and I'm like, yo, does this sock smell? He's like, yeah, it smells like bleach. I was like, yeah, it smells.
Bro, Swank, I sat there. I saw Swank. He
Smell my
put
sock,
this sock
Sevens.
on his face. Like his
Bro,
lips were
look,
nearly touching it.
in my defense, we were fucking wasted. All right,
We were all
like-
very wasted.
Was that the night that we were drinking?
Dude.
Was that the absinthe night?
Yes,
wasn't
that was the
absinthe,
last
was it?
night,
It was absinthe night. Holy shit!
dude. It was the last night. We just went all out. God damn it.
Yeah, well, I'm just like laying there, like with my drink in
Yeah,
my hand.
well, I gave it to you last. I gave it over to B-Rap afterwards, and he like puts it to his nose.
Bro, I was so drunk. Like, y'all are so fucked up for that, bro. Like,
You
I just,
walked right out of the
listened to
shower,
song.
too.
Yeah,
dude. Brandon was
No, that was some
B-Rap
hoops.
was in the shower.
Like, that was like the first night I ever drank like absinthe. Like, I think the only night. Like, I think it was our last night, so I was pretty drunk.
It was.
I think everyone was.
I don't
Everyone was
remember how
gone.
much. I don't remember drinking that much that night. I think I was pretty sober.
Wow.
I don't remember. Huh? It was a
I don't
good
know,
night though. It was
I
fun.
thought you were pretty gone because like you
Wait.
stumbled to pull the sock out and it like
Oh, was it really?
smells
Was
like bleach.
I don't remember. I remember it super clearly. Anyways, I finally give the sock over to Seven. He smells. He takes one whiff of it. One whiff. He's like, dude, that's fucking. And then I kept the sock for another 2 months inside my backpack.
What?
I didn't know.
What?
No. I mean, it was there, and I just forgot it. It was like in one of the little pockets, and I forgot to take. So last week of school.
Don't
I'm
lie.
like, oh,
Don't lie.
shit.
You know it was sentimental.
Well, I took the sock and I threw it on our assistant principal's desk on like the last day of school. So she just has like a
Bruh.
cum sock on her desk.
Wait, who did you throw?
You're a
Who did you throw it
savage.
on? Like, who's desk?
Huh?
Whose
What
desk
is
did
it? The
you throw-
fat bitch, the one with the
Oh my god.
Wait,
The
Miss Di-
Polar bear?
huh?
Polar bear.
Miss Di-
Polar
okay,
bear.
Okay, all right. I
Yeah,
hope she doesn't. She
So-
probably won't.
yeah. She probably threw it away, but it's there. So that's the legacy of the sock.
Well, well here.
What if she had a kink for
Christ.
socks and she just like started sucking on it?
Ah,
Oh,
Yeah, that's probably the
no.
most action she like would have gotten. Like I'm pretty.
Oh.
Wait, is this the same fat
Yeah.
bitch that we had?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Well,
You just say her name, bro. Like, come on.
no, we had to maintain integrity on this podcast. Okay, no matter who we talk about.
All right, I can appreciate integrity.
Integrity Farms.
sounds pussy to me.
She.
There you
Well,
go.
here's my side of the story as a victim.
You have no
victim-
right.
a victim
You are
of the
not a
song, a
victim. You are
victim of the
never a su-
This nigga said as a victim, like he
went through it.
like he attacked you or something, like he beat you
Yeah,
with the
dude.
sock.
You talking-
I trusted Dickhole, okay? And he pulls out a sock, tells me it smells like bleach. I'm like, okay, probably smells
Wait,
like
didn't you whip out your dick that night?
I did.
No,
He was
wait
like,
a minute. Wait a minute. What the hell?
Whoa.
You
Pause.
don't remember this? Oh, he didn't whip out his dick, but he was like, "Yo, I have a tumor." I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Oh, dude. Oh,
And I
This
see
nigga-
like
dude.
his left
Hey,
nutsack.
dude, he stuck his left nutsack out his fucking underwear and he's like, dude, I have a tumor. I was
I
like,
was like,
Oh my
I was like,
god!
fuck.
Why would you think that?
Because
Dude.
they were all
Yo,
drunk
that
and they
must be
fell
pretty
for it.
serious. I
no,
was
we
like,
didn't
oh my
fall
God.
for it, dude. I fucking knew. That's the one thing I knew. I was like, dude, that's your fucking nut. Why the fuck is that
No,
out?
I was genuinely curious. I was like, "Ooh, I want to see what a tumor looks like."
Whoa.
That nigga.
No,
You
Dude,
actually
I
know
saw-
Yeah, I guess
Trust
someone's
that.
fucking.
dude, I saw that. That shit was like vein. I was like, oh hell, my nut,
I mean, it's not like the first time you saw my nutsack.
dude. I didn't want to see it in its full glory, dude.
All that
Well,
chewing gum.
Okay, well, going back to the main sock story, I remember
Yeah.
Dickhole pulling that sock out, giving it a Swank, and Swank was pretty god. He just
Just
like
with
hugs this sock to his nose and just takes a deep whiff. He's like, "Yeah, it smells like bleach." I'm like, "Okay, it probably does smell like bleach." Before I could get it, B-Rap, he was in the shower. He walks out, he still had a towel on, his hair's still wet and shit. Clean. I respect that. He was trying to be clean. Well, not after this. He takes that sock too, and he was pretty gone. He's like all against his face too. It was only like a thin layer of cotton between his face and Dick Hole's cock.
So you got a crusty sock. So you got a nutty sock all over your face.
He takes a deep breath. He's like, "Oh yeah, it does smell like
All right,
bleach."
well, I wouldn't call it all over my face. That sounds wrong.
Okay,
No,
it
I
was
think
close
the
enough.
worst. I think the worst part was that what is it? Our teacher, our fucking history teacher, he heard the whole thing.
He
was
walked
like,
in
"What?
as,
At the door."
as I like
What?
took the sock and threw it because I'm like, dude, that's not bleach. That is semen. I threw it, and he walks in, and we're like, oh shit, did he hear?
We're like,
did he
"Oh
hear us?
shit, yeah."
And he just looks at it, shakes his head, and just like walks away.
Like,
He's like, these dumbasses.
we're like, our secret is safe if we keep, his secret safe.
Oh yeah,
so.
his secret.
Oh yeah, his secret.
His fucking secret, dude.
Hey,
Jesus.
what?
Uh,
We can talk
Story
about it.
time, come
Yeah, I
on,
think we can.
yeah.
I think we can
talk
talk
You
about.
about it.
gotta
Okay,
talk
so
about this.
There's a bunch of things that led up to this, man.
we got
we need to
stopped
give.
at the
We need,
airport.
wait, let's
Oh,
give them names. Let's give them names. We'll call him. I
Curly.
don't know. What should we call him?
We can just be B and C, right? That'd be easy.
Sure.
Curly
No.
and
Let's.
Giz. Call him
Anyway,
Curly.
we'll call him. We'll call him Nick.
Jason.
We'll call him Nick.
Okay, Nick.
I like Nick.
Okay, so Mr. Nick, and we'll call her Miss. What's her fucking face? I don't even know her fucking. We'll call her Miss
Treble.
Carol.
Carol. Okay.
Miss Carol. Okay, so
Carol.
Mr. Nick, he was young, dude. He was like what, 22?
He was
fuck,
he was
he's
about
up?
our dude. He was young. He was fresh
Whoa,
out of
imagine-
college. Right,
Bro,
like
that's crazy. Imagine like us teaching like high schoolers. That's actually insane.
I do teach high schoolers, but
Wait, really?
but
Yeah.
no, but this man taught it like for a living. Like that shit is
Yeah, he
crazy.
taught for a
Yeah,
living,
yeah. Teaching for a living. Yeah, it's different. But yeah, what is it? How did it start on the plane again? Didn't they ask to switch seats?
Oh no,
Sit
they
next to
okay.
each
Yeah,
other?
I'll start with
that
me.
was-
Yeah, so no, that was me.
Ooh, yeah, that was all.
Because
fake.
I was dude. I was sitting on the air. I remember this vividly because I got on the airplane. I got and took my seat, and it was a window seat, so I was pretty stoked. I'm not gonna lie. Like like you're either on the aisle or the window seat, and you're pretty stoked. And the middle just sucks like complete shit, right? I sit down. I see who I'm sitting next to is Mrs. Carroll. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? That's kind of weird. Like I don't want to sit next to a teacher this whole time, right? So Mr. Nick comes up, and he asked me to move seats. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I wanted the window or whatever. But I
was
think
like,
whatever.
Weird.
Yeah, I was like, well, that's kind of weird, but like
Weird.
it's better than but then I thought like, okay, it's better than me sitting next to a teacher, right?
Yeah.
That's weird. Like for me, that's even weirder, right? So I take my seat next to like I don't even know who I remember sitting next to.
First we have to talk about how Miss Carol was married and she just had a kid like a couple
Oh,
months
goodness.
ago.
Damn,
Oh
son.
gosh.
Yeah, so
That's-
she's
yeah,
like she just had a kid. She's like recently married, and then there's like this young 22-year-old history teacher
Out the fucker.
who, yeah, he was a fucker, but he was actually super cool though.
Yeah,
No, he's cool.
He
I
was
fuck
out
with
to
him.
fuck her.
Wait,
wanted
wasn't he blackmailed like a couple years later for like LSD or whatever? Like didn't he have like a fuck ton of
something
LSD
like
on
that.
him?
Yeah.
You know, he looks like the kind of guy to get blackmailed. But
Wait.
like
What?
knowing him, it seems
Well,
like
you
the
know.
kind of guy.
Wait, roll it back to that LSD shit. What?
Yeah, I heard that he got like blacklisted from like traveling because he got caught with like a fuck ton of LSD in his bag.
You're
Hmm.
kidding. me.
Decent.
Yeah. He's
The
like a bartender in Austin now.
that fits
He
him.
was smuggling, bro. Y'all know at the airport, he told me that he took like, since we're using code names here, he told me and my brother that he took like shrooms and like flipped his truck when he was our age. And I was like, bro, why the
But-
fuck is he telling me?
Boy, I think I remember that story. I think I remember you telling us that story that he flipped the
Oh my
truck.
God.
I was like in shock. I was like, bro, like, that's how you know it's like second semester or senior year when they're telling you stuff like that.
Yeah, when they just don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
they do.
Yeah.
I mean, that nigga figure, hey, these niggas about to graduate. I ain't never gonna see these bitch ass motherfuckers
Yeah.
get in my life, bro.
Damn straight.
Oh, let's get back on track.
Um,
What was- oh yeah, I guess just fast forward. Right, so I sit down, whatever, and I can still see my old seat, right? And this plane ride's about, I think it was the one to Europe, so it's like 8
Oh,
hours,
I-
9 hours, right?
Yeah, I was sitting next to you.
Yeah. Okay. I was sitting next to 7, right?
Yeah.
And I remember just chilling out for a few hours. Then I look over at my old seat, and I see them, man, and they're snuggled up, man. And I mean snuggled up. Like they looked like they just married, and they were
oh, so they're
Like,
like, yeah.
they were
like,
all
in
up
it.
on each
They're, like,
other,
in it,
yeah.
like it wasn't
were
their first
in
time
there.
snuggling.
It was like
yeah.
post-portal
It looked
snuggling.
it looked like they were just so tired from it, and they were just chilling with each other. I was like, oh boy.
I remember Swank. He like nudged me and he like told me look over. I look over. I'm like, Oh,
dude,
that's scandalous.
that threw me off. And so this. Keep in mind, this is the start of the trip, and I'm just thinking, oh my, where is this gonna go?
Bro, it gets worse than that. I remember after you showed that to me, our physics teacher, I was pretty chill with him. He was sitting like behind us or something, or to the side, and like I got up to use the restroom, and I like talked to him. I like nudged his shoulder and pointed at thumb, and he looks at me. He just shakes his head. He's like, "Oh, we're not talking about this." I was just like, "Oh, okay."
So niggas knew already. They knew
Oh, yeah.
the business.
Oh, so
No.
that this is yeah.
And then
This is like a prelude. Yeah, go ahead. Dickhole abuser.
yeah, so no, I mean, the whole time they're just like together on the thing. But the worst part was that it continued after like the trip.
Oh,
Like we thought it was
yeah.
just like a one, like a like
I thought it was like a
one-time
spring
thing.
fling, dude. I thought it was a spring
Yeah.
Remember
fling.
when her husband came and picked her up at the airport?
Oh
with all the
No.
flowers?
I remember that. Okay, so you think this guy is like what? I don't know. He wasn't even that tall. No, he was pretty tall, right? But he was tall. He had like long ass hair, like down to his ass, in like a ponytail or whatever.
Yeah.
Are you looking at
He
that?
looks like
looked weird.
he looked like an old school rock guy that just failed. It was
Yeah, he had like a goatee and everything. Like he
He
looked
probably
rough.
played
And
D&D.
Did he have Doritos on him though?
no, he came with a bouquet of flowers and
No,
their
dude.
kid.
this man cleaned up for her, man. Like for sure.
Yeah, he
Bro, he was
definitely that's
simping for
definitely
her.
cleaned up.
He brought out the jeans?
He had like a bouquet of flowers. Their kid was like in a stroller, I think.
Something like that.
Like
That's-
everything, yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, man.
Anyways,
Well, I
yeah,
remember we were
it continued
all,
to the end of the year, and then
I heard it kept
Uh,
going after that.
oh really? What the fuck?
mm,
Yeah, but then she ended up getting the fuck out of Dodge anyway. So did Mr. Nick, right?
Yeah, Mr. Nick ended up just fucking moving. I mean,
And
Wait,
she
his
ended up
fucking
moving as
Mercedes
well.
was in charge.
I heard she ended up moving away like state.
yeah, I think she went to like Seattle
north.
or something.
Yeah, up north,
Yeah.
man. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Seattle.
Yeah.
But yeah, teacher affairs. Actually, our school has so many teacher
Oh, God.
affairs and like teacher student affairs.
Dude, the
Yeah.
teacher student affairs is like, oh my goodness.
Hey,
I
look, we
think
can
we're gonna
save
save that for the Patreon.
Yeah, we
'cause
gotta save that for another time.
Oh,
That-
the teacher and yeah, the teacher affairs at our school were kind of insane.
Mm,
Dude, I swear there was not like a hard restriction to get like a teaching job at school. No way.
Oh
No,
no, definitely
there's
not. You just
no
had to have a
way.
degree or like
I really doubt you even needed a degree. Like some of those teachers
Mm.
I really questioned it. Some of them were like fresh off the boat from Turkey, like hopping in the
Oh, that's
bid.
true.
Like
Yeah,
hey,
that's
yo,
true.
they have
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
degrees, okay?
they took like 2 chemistry classes in college. You know, that's enough. And then they dropped out. That's enough for
that's
teaching.
basically what it
pretty
is.
accurate, yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
honestly what it felt like some of the teachers were. I was like kind of sketchy.
Well, let's let Guardian tell a story. What story would you like
God.
to tell, Guardian?
Oh,
The time I
man.
drugged you.
Let's go with that one. Yeah, but
okay.
Allegedly.
just no, it was not allegedly. We know for sure.
I don't know.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
yeah.
I don't know.
So
It's been confirmed that
so-
I was drugged.
it was myself, Seven, Brab's brother. Brab, were you
Yeah,
you
he
there?
was there. Of course he was.
Yeah, you were there.
He was
Um,
outside smoking at the time.
Yeah, it was.
I feel like I
Alright,
was
so-
there for it. I remember the aftermath at least.
Yeah. Yeah, you were there. And Keeler was there. Who? There was somebody else there.
I mean, there's a couple people there, but
You're
Yeah, it was a
forgiven for
couple
not being
people
able
there.
to remember.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
yeah, it's good reason. for
Anyways,
not remembering.
so a buddy of ours has an apartment, like a family apartment kind of thing on this lake, about an hour north of where we live. Let's call him Permanent Wreck.
Jesus.
So Permanent Wreck's apartment is about an hour north. We all take a trip up there normally, like maybe once every 2 weeks, just because like we're away from our parents and we get to have some fun. And so we get up there. We start drinking, high school antics. Start smoking, and I'm probably like a bottle of vodka, and I'm having a good time. We're playing beer pong. It's a great time, and I go to the restroom and I hear from Seven, "Hey, let's take some shots." I'm like, all right, let's take some shots. I'm down, you know. So we go outside.
That happened after.
No, this is where you put it in my drink.
Wait. No, I remember. You went to go smoke outside, and while you were like, most everyone is outside. I was just inside, and I found some like water bottles and some vodka. I'm like, it'd be funny if I replaced the water with vodka.
After. That was after.
Oh, that was after.
That was after. Yeah. So I'm at the point where I can't really taste anything because
Corona.
I've drinking deeply.
Yeah, you're just gone.
Yeah, I was pretty out there already to begin with. And so Seven goes, yeah, let's take some shots. I'm like, all right, bet, let's go take some shots. So everybody like files in, is like around the table, we're getting ready. And apparently I grabbed the wrong shot. Apparently, according to Seven, but I don't believe him. It was meant for someone else. It was meant for Brab's brother, apparently.
It was meant for him, honestly. It really was.
Yeah, I can vouch
Yeah.
for that.
But then
They were in, like,
again,
a contest with
they
each
didn't
other.
stop me.
Yeah.
No one stopped me.
Oh,
Which is
wait,
the
they
part
saw
that-
you pick up the wrong cup?
Yes,
Yeah.
and no one stopped me.
Wait,
No, look, we didn't stop you because you already
I thought
downed
it was
it.
like, oh shit, we drugged the wrong person. But no, you guys knew.
No, because we all individually grabbed one and waited for everybody to
Yeah.
get their own drink, and nobody
Jesus.
was like,
Nobody
"Hey,
wanted to just say
hold
anything.
on."
Yeah.
Look,
No,
look.
exactly.
Look, I think the thing is, it was just the result they wanted.
We all grabbed it, right? We all picked. I saw him. I saw a Guardian pick up the wrong cup. I'm like, crap. If I say anything, like, it'll give it away. So I mean, it didn't get my intended target, but
So
would have
you
to
sat
make do.
there and let this man.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
I'm
it was.
not gonna lie,
It was
I
what.
knew about it. It was fun to watch someone get drugged.
Mm-hmm.
Watching someone get
Brandon-
drugged is actually pretty funny.
Grab it, and you were the one that was taking care of me afterwards, which is so messed up.
He felt bad for you.
I did. You were freaking out.
Oh,
I thought it
wait,
was
I was pissed.
Wait,
What,
what did
that
you
nigga
guys
had-
give him? What did you guys give him?
Don't tell me that nigga had
Okay,
to
so-
me into
He
some
threw a little bit
shit.
of Xanax in his drink.
Okay.
No, so
Well,
according
we thought it was
apparently it was a bar. Yeah,
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
yeah.
Whoa.
Now
Uh-huh.
come to think about it, it was probably ketamine.
Yeah.
Oh my
Might have
god.
been.
Oh
Who
my.
the fuck?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Before we continue this story,
Allegedly.
I just
Yeah.
want to put that
So-
out there for everybody listening. Do not drug your friends.
Jesus. Yo,
Yeah, one don't don't drug your friends, and two, don't trust your dealer.
It wasn't even. Look. How I
But
got
definitely try
hold
crack
of
though,
it.
definitely.
We had a dude at our school. He was pretty much cool with most people, and he came up to me. He's like, "Hey, you want some bars?" I'm like, I'm not gonna take them. He's like, "Oh, you can do whatever you want with them." I'm like, "Okay, I'll take it." He's like, "Wait, you could probably drug someone with it." I'm like, "Oh, that's a good idea." And
I'm
I
not
used
gonna
his
lie.
opportunity to test it out. He told me they were bars, but usually they don't hit as hard as they hit my alleged victims.
No. See, I could.
I don't really like how you said alleged victims.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That didn't sound right to me.
As if there's multiple instances of.
We'll say that.
I think there definitely is multiple instances.
We'll save that one for later.
Jesus.
Let me finish with this.
Yeah.
So we take shots, right? And I go and sit down on the couch, and I see Seven laughing in the corner, and I instantly knew something happened. He did something. I start yelling at him. I'm like, "What the hell did you do? What did you do?" And like out of like his stupid little laugh, I hear, "I put a bar in your shot." I got so pissed.
It was
You
half of
know,
one.
I know
Allegedly.
I knew you was mad at him and everything, but I honestly would have appreciated. But I honestly wouldn't have tripped because I was by some friends and he was honest with me and said, "Word up, B, I slipped the Mickey in your drink," and you know what I mean. Like I would just be like, I wouldn't trip over that. Like I'd just be like, bro, I appreciate you telling me this.
Well, okay, so this is the part that got me. Like, that's why I'm not mad at him till this day. Like,
was
I
all
still
good.
watch what
We're
he
cool now.
pours. You know, whenever he pours drinks, I still watch. But like, I like, I'm not mad at him because he told me straight up. You know, I didn't just black out randomly because I only had
Yeah, it took
a
you a
bottle
while to
of
black
vodka.
out, didn't it?
Yeah, it took me a hot minute.
And
But anyways,
what I did
Like,
afterwards.
punch your ass.
yeah. So that's not even the worst part, right? So while I'm sitting down on the couch, keep in mind, till this day, I had not thrown up from drinking ever, right? And this man starts giving me water bottles. He's like, "Yeah, I feel bad. Here's a water bottle." Said water bottle was
Just
not
flush it
water.
out.
It was not water.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah,
It
Oh,
was
it
more
was.
vodka.
it was from the fridge, so it was cold. You know, I thought you needed a cold drink, so I gave
It
you.
was more vodka. It was more vodka. So
Bro, I remember that. That was fucked.
So
You
instead
got
of
like
giving
half the
him
bottle.
water or some milk or something, you decide to give this nigga some vodka. Were you trying to kill this boy?
7
That's
years.
big, bro. That's like
Okay,
straight
okay.
vodka.
Here's my side of this. So I saw him. He didn't feel it right away, right? Because we just finished. I'm like, okay, I'll mess around with it a little bit, just see how far I can take this. So I reach in the fridge and pull out the water bottle filled with vodka that I put in there like maybe an hour ago, planning for this. You know, I had this all set up, and
You
I
an
give it to him.
evil ass bastard.
He's like, oh, you know, thanks. You know, it's cold, and he just opens it and downs like half the bottle.
Oh my
I thought he was gonna take a
god.
sip. Nope, just half the
See,
bottle.
at that point,
Oh
you
my
kind of see you're kind of
Oh.
off there because you down the bottle, but at the end of the
No,
day,
Wait.
No, dude, that dude.
The
When you
thing
see
is-
a water bottle, dude,
was
you
it
assume it's
taste-
water.
Wait, was it tasting
okay.
like
I see. I
water at
didn't
that
know it was
point?
in a.
It was in a
Wait,
water
no,
bottle,
bro.
bro.
So
That shit was in a water bottle.
Yeah, what
I'm
point did
try-
you realize it wasn't water?
So my mouth was already numb because I had already had an entire bottle of vodka by this point, and so the only way that I knew it was vodka was the burn in the back of my throat after I stopped drinking.
Oh my god.
Goodness.
I'm in like physical pain just hearing this. Oh my god.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
to
fucking
I gotta
continue,
give you a.
he
You
I
guys
does
are
gotta
this.
give
fucking
you a F.
assholes.
I gotta give you an F for respect, bro, because I don't know. That's some crazy shit, B.
Yeah. So he for like
Seven Jews
the
one
following.
evil ass mastermind.
So for the following like hour, this man is just giving me water bottles, quote unquote water bottles. Okay.
I only gave you two.
And then I start getting that like tingling feeling in your mouth when you're about to throw up, and I'm like, nah, bro, I don't throw up. Mm-mm.
I got
And
you
I
that
guess
trash can,
I guess
okay?
yeah, I guess Brad saw that like I was getting there, and he was like, bro, you gonna throw up? I'm like, nah, I'm good, homie. And he's like, nah, you're about to throw up. And Seven goes and grabs me a trash can. He was like, I feel bad, man. And I was like, fuck you.
Okay,
Bro,
look,
I
if
feel
you
like
if
I
you got
have
it on the
a
floor, we
similar
would have to
that
clean it
shit.
up.
Like, you know, like when someone's about to puke, like they get like 1,000-yard look in their eyes. They look like they're about to go through.
Yeah.
I would have lied.
They're hard to like hold it
I
in.
ain't gonna cap. I ain't gonna cap. I would have lied. I would have been like, yeah, you should feel bad. You should feel bad. I'm having stomach cramps and everything's going on with my body right now. You bastard.
Well, look,
Why do I feel sleepy right now?
I gave him two bottles. The first one, I knew it was vodka, but then I filled the second one up, but I didn't know which one it was. So there were a couple bottles. So I'm like, okay, you know, I felt bad. I was gonna grab actual water now. So I grab a bottle, I give it to him, and it just turns out that the one bottle I grabbed happened to be vodka again.
Jesus.
And again, and again,
It only
and
happened
again.
twice. It only
That
happened
nigga
twice.
pulled a Mr. Krabs, and the next day, and the next day,
And the
and
next
the
day.
next day. Phone call for you, Mr. Plankton.
But you
And
see,
here
that
comes the
wasn't-
worst part. So we all go to sleep. We all go to sleep, right? I wake up before everybody else does, and it's around like 10 a.m. Right? So I start walking through. I'm like, all y'all motherfuckers suck. Y'all all knew this. And I walk outside, and I said bye to them because they were all like half awake. These words cannot describe. Okay, these let's call them children, let me drive an hour back home by myself.
Not gonna lie,
Didn't you have that girl in your car?
Harley Quinn did not retire.
No,
I think the reason why you were able to drive home is because you threw up the alleged
Yeah, I mean,
drug.
I mean, yeah, kind of, yeah.
I mean, I have to ask you a question. Do we have send?
no.
Yeah. There you go. Before I let you go.
The only parts that I
Okay.
remember from driving home is like stopping at a gas station to pee, getting to 249, and then pulling it into my house.
Jesus.
Hey, bro, it's like time travel.
It really
Sleep that whole
was.
day.
You basically fast travel to your house.
No, so
Fast travel.
Like, you were just seeing the cutscenes. Like,
This boy just said loading screen. I was home.
yeah, straight up.
GTA
That's how it was. If you ever want fast travel, like real life fast travel, just take a bottle of vodka and
Couple
half a bar.
bars.
take a Xanax.
He's looking at himself in third person,
Yeah.
shaking his head. Like, crossing his fingers.
That's actually how I remember it.
And out of
That's actually how I remember it.
Well, surprisingly enough, that wasn't my first foray into anesthesiology. Isn't that right?
Oh my god.
Goodness, allegedly.
I think there's a lot of.
Allegedly.
I think there's a lot of
We-
tips to the anesthesiology.
All right, Brad.
Allegedly.
Let's let you tell your side of the story from.
You know, Sevens, you're saying allegedly a lot. I don't think these are all
Allegedly.
alleged.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, bro.
Look, don't try to coerce my client to say something that he didn't.
It just
I
sounds real.
plead the fifth.
It just sounds real ignorant.
Well, let's let Brad tell a
Okay.
story.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I think we were in summer camp, maybe like, I don't know, 12 years old or some shit. Like,
We
all
were
Boy
Oh,
Scouts.
yeah.
13.
Boy
13.
Scouts, bro.
13.
We were-
we were like
this
a
is
little
like-
Boy
young.
Scout summer camp.
Yeah.
You know, I can't really remember what it stemmed from. My memory was a little bit hazy.
Hey, I'll just let you know right now. I'm sorry for what we put you through. That shit wasn't right.
It's okay. I find that shit hilarious.
Yeah, I mean,
You
it
know,
was
no, like,
hilarious.
It was hilarious, dude.
It was hilarious.
I
It
can
was
look
so
back and be
funny.
like, yeah, that's funny. But okay, anyway, essentially, allegedly what had happened was, somehow some melatonin sleeping pills ended up in this canteen of water.
It was our buddy Pale. You remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Pale.
I don't know. I guess he had like, I don't know.
Did the
allegedly
nigga have a
dropped in
Yeah,
there.
he had
Pale
problems
have a
doing-
fr- did Pale have a friend named Shovel?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Dude, shut. Okay, no, it's because
That's awful.
Pale had sleeping problems. All right, like this man had
He
problems
actually
sleeping
had
and shit.
sleeping problems.
So he had lots of these pills. I'm talking like he had probably like a whole bottle.
Yeah, he had a whole
He
bottle.
had a
of
whole
melatonin.
bottle.
Yeah.
I mean,
Goodness.
it's not like illegal or anything.
Well, no, it's not
Nah,
illegal.
it was all
it's
legal.
it's
It was like a vitamin. It wasn't that. That's why it's like.
Yeah.
it was
Yeah. I mean,
really killed me.
melatonin's legal. Yeah, to take.
Yeah, that's why I decided to use it. Allegedly.
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 But yeah, allegedly somebody had crushed up like, I mean, I don't even know how many, like, what would
It
was
y'all guess,
14.
like-
Yeah,
Yeah,
14. It was
10.
14. It was
14.
No, it was 14.
14.
It was
14
14.
milligrams, bro. What the?
That's what I'm saying.
fuck?
It was, like,
200.
it was a fucking stupid amount.
Oh,
well, no, but I remember the reason we put so much
Yeah,
in.
their
Oh, yeah.
their fucking rationale was like, oh, I don't drink a lot of water, so I'll just take a tiny sip. But like, I was fucking thirsty. So I ended up
It's
taking,
a-
like,
Brad-
time.
I remember I took a swig of that bottle and I was like, why is this water crunchy? And I knocked out on the camping chair for
Yeah,
like
it
an
was
hour and a
crazy.
half.
So I
No,
knew
like-
it worked.
I think it was like 10 or 11 a.m. And like, I mean, I tried to fight it for like, I don't even know, maybe like 5 fucking minutes. Like, I didn't fight it for long. And I just like went to my tent and like knocked out. And I think I woke up like 6 hours later type shit.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I
He
don't think
runs
you
down to the
win.
pool. Hey guys, I'm ready for this.
Wait, this was at summer camp?
Yeah,
dude.
this is at
Yeah.
Yeah.
SEMA.
Yeah.
Oh, I was there
Yeah,
on
they
that
were in
one,
some
then.
fucking. We were supposed to go into some swim event, and like I think I fell asleep in my swim trunks or something, and like I woke up and was like, "Y'all ready to go to like the pool?" And they're like, "Bro,
No, bro.
like bro, like they were on the way back, like bro, we already went, like we won, like fucking awful." The only thing I looked
That shit is so funny. Oh my!
I remember we had
Yeah,
to open the flaps on the tent because it was getting so hot in there. He
Bro,
was
yeah, that's
literally
the
in
thing,
his
like,
own sweat.
You probably would have died if we didn't open the doors.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, I've never like I woke up like I would have slept longer, but I woke up just based off of how fucking hot I was. Like,
It was like 106 degrees inside that
yeah,
tent.
I've never
Oh,
woken up
definitely.
like
Holy
like
fuck,
sweaty and
what?
shit. Like,
dude, it was that tent. That shit gets warm, dude. Is
Because it wasn't like a normal tent; it was a canvas tent. So
Yeah.
those
it
they
keeps
hold
the heat in, man.
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you what though, I slept fucking amazing.
You're welcome.
That shit blew my mind, dude.
You're welcome.
You really woke up like you thought like 10 minutes passed, dude. That shit was so funny.
Yeah, bro, it was like I blinked, like it was fucking nuts.
If you want
Didn't
to
you
time
miss
travel.
lunch?
No,
Dude,
this is
he
after
almost
lunch.
missed. He almost missed dinner, dude. That's what
Yeah,
happened.
they had
That's right. That's
Oh my
right. Yeah,
God.
yeah.
Well, here's like our
Allegedly.
side. Allegedly, yeah.
What are you gonna try to? Are you trying to justify this?
No, I was explaining to you how we planned it out.
Oh,
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly
Yes.
planned it out. Yeah,
My
yeah.
client is guilty as hell, y'all. I can't even say that.
All right, so B-Rap and I, we were tent buddies, so it was pretty easy to, fuck with him. So, yeah, B-Rap back in the day, he did not like to drink water for some fucking reason. So,
Oh, it was always Powerade. It was always
Oh
Powerade.
yeah.
Oh no, the Powerade and ice cream. That's
Blue Powerade.
Oh, the Powerade and ice cream, dude.
The blue power?
Con-
Oh no, it was grape, the one he hated the most.
Oh.
I think
Did I
we
go-
all.
Constant Rex still has your $20, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I
Nigga,
think
you
so.
ain't getting that shit back. You better
Alright, let it go. Bro,
All right, but this is probably like the second to last day when we decided to pull this stunt off. But like, dude, the rest of the week we were like messing with B-Rap so much. I don't know why we did it, but it was
what was
hilarious.
messing with? They were fucking bullying my ass.
Hey, we were just forming you, you know?
Yeah, we're building your character.
You are the person
Yeah,
you
it was
are to
fucking resilient
you are the
when I was
person yes.
All right, so this is like going to be our masterpiece, the one to put the cherry on top. So I was like, all right, we knew that Tail had a bunch of sleeping pills, and I'm like, B-Rap doesn't drink a lot of water, so if we're going to drug him, we're going to need to put a lot of sleeping pills in there because he's probably just going to take a sip. And so we counted out 14 of them. I remember Guardian was there next to me, and we counted them up, and we were just crushing them up and putting in his water and shaking them.
Disclaimer, I was saying this was a bad idea.
And you let it happen. You let it happen.
I told Brad to not
Honestly,
drink from
that's
that
why-
bottle, and he
That's
still
why
did
all
it.
those
So
years later, bro, when I saw him throw a Xan in your drink, I just let it slide. I was like,
Oh,
damn, I told you not to. I told you not to drink from that bottle.
No, it was the lead up that was really fucked up too. Because I remember we did it. We gave you the bottle back, and we're like, "Hey, I wouldn't drink that." You're like, "Why?" I'm like, look, Brab, I am not lying to you. I put 14 sleeping pills in there, and you
Yeah.
didn't believe me.
no, I felt like it was fucking cap. I thought you were just trying to like not get me to drink my water.
Oh, and then when we went to dinner, we get that Kool-Aid. I'm like, "Hey, I wouldn't drink that Kool-Aid," and you were kind of like, "Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna."
Yeah,
touch
they were
it."
pulling like fucking mind tricks on me the whole week. Like, no shit, I wouldn't
Oh,
believe you.
fuck.
Oh, it was great. And then, so our senior patrol leader made Brad and I go get some ice. And it was like probably like a half-mile walk, but you got to bring your ice or get it there and then bring it back. It was kind of heavy. We were like 13 years old. We were both pretty skinny and scrawny. And we didn't want to do it, but I'm like, look, Brad, I think you will be able to get out of this if you fall asleep. And they're like, Brad was like, really? I'm like, yeah, dude, just drink some of your water. It actually has sleeping pills. And I guess you didn't believe me because you like down that shit.
I didn't. Or honestly, I honestly, it's really hazy. But either I didn't believe you, or I thought you were like exaggerating how much you put in there. Yeah, you were not capping.
Yeah, no, I didn't lie to you, and you drank it. I remember, you were like you almost passed out in a chair, and our sleeper children was like, no, you still need to go get the ice. So okay, fine. So we're walking there, and like this dude's like dozing off, like almost falling, while we're trying to carry this fucking ice back. I didn't like doing it, but it was so worth it to see him finally drink that water. So we get back, with the ice, and he's like, "Yeah, I want to take a nap. Wake me up for the swimming competition." And we're like, "Oh yeah, okay, we will." It was probably like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and the swimming competition was like at 4 or something. So legit, I think we forgot about you in the tent because like
No. I remember.
Did you forget?
Pale and I
didn't
tried to
give a
wake him
shit?
up.
When you tried to wake him up,
We tried to wake him up. We tried to wake him up, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll be there in like 5 minutes." We're like, "All right, cool." Never showed up.
Yeah, I don't even remember that.
I remember like as we were leaving,
Cause that nigga was gone.
Yeah,
look,
exactly.
we opened the tent flaps for you. We didn't want you to die. We just wanted to, mess with you a little bit.
I remember like afterwards, like one of the adults like had caught wind that like I had gotten like allegedly drugged.
Yeah.
And, like they pulled me
Yep.
aside at one of the meetings and were like did they all like drug you? And I was like, sir, I have no idea what you're talking about.
He gave the real one all the way through.
oh my!
Bro, yeah.
I mean, I think eventually,
Shit, you
like,
tripping? I'd be like,
I mean,
shit, you
he knew we
tripping?
did
I'd be
it,
like,
but I
Yeah,
thought it was
he
funny.
knew, but
I'm gonna be upfront with y'all. I don't know what happened. I just woke up and I was feeling real good. So,
bro, I mean,
Goodness.
he
Hey,
knew
look,
something was up. Like
at least
I remember he
we
like
didn't
tried to
fuck
wake
with
me up
you.
or some shit.
We didn't fuck with you, or you were asleep. So, there's that.
That's a lie.
you probably had the idea too. Don't lie.
Oh yeah,
to me.
we thought about it, but we didn't do it. At least I didn't.
No,
do anything.
that's a lie. We
What did
made semen in a bottle, and you threw it on him.
Wait,
Wait, I didn't know this.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
This podcast just went left. What?
Pause.
Wait,
He
what is
means-
the semen in a
Pause.
bottle? What?
He means baking
So-
powder and
Already
water.
on about
He
a
doesn't
10.
mean
It was
all
baby-
dripped off in a bottle and
Oh.
I was already on.
Oh, so there's
It
no
was-
actual.
brought
was-
it to a 20.
No. So
is
it
not-
was it
Wait,
was
I
it was
thought-
baby powder, water, and sunscreen mixed into a water bottle, and it
You're
was
gonna
like
keep a bad
sprayed
impression
all
of
over.
this
Wait, I did it.
Yeah, that was you.
Wait, who? What? Me? Was it me?
Talking about I did it like you don't remember.
No, I
Yeah, I said
remember. I
allegedly.
remember we made it, but I don't remember who threw it because I'm pretty sure I didn't want to throw it inside the tent because I slept there too.
Bro, I think y'all waited for me to like leave the tent and then spray it on me or some shit. I remember it like being covered in it.
Oh, and that was like on the way.
Yeah,
to
you
dinner.
do.
That was on the way to dinner.
Yeah,
Wow.
Probably, yeah.
good times.
It was great.
Not
Good
really.
time.
Jesus.
Remember the dirty soap
Nah.
Dirty soap.
in the shower?
Oh, the
Continue.
soap that we found in the shower, and then we force clean Brad with it.
Yeah.
Oh god. Like dude, y'all bringing up memories that like I fucking like blocked out. Like
If you want to join Boy Scouts, this is what to expect.
Jesus. Yeah, I'm never putting my kid in Boy Scouts. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Dude, it builds
Character.
character, dude.
Dude, I forgot that shit happened, bro. That has the nastiest connotations to it. That's
It was
not
a good time, though.
It's not what it sounds like.
Eh. They made you pick up the soap.
That sounds so fucking wrong. I think we were all fully clothed. And we'll leave it at that.
No, we were in swim trunks because it was raining.
Yeah, we're doing that rain dance.
What?
Yeah.
That's
The one summer camp I didn't go to, all this shit's happening?
Yeah.
You missed out, man.
You went to Philmont. That was
Bro,
fun.
it's like
Oh my
that one, bro.
goodness.
It's like that one meme,
Bro,
bro.
Philmont was weird.
It's like that one meme, bro. When you go to school every day, nothing happens. You miss one day, 2 fights broke out. Tupac came back to life. Beyonce had a concert. Bro, where was I? I don't know where you were. Fuck.
Oh yeah, and Swank climbed up that flagpole and put the cup on top of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did. That was stupid. I think.
Good times.
Wait, was that my cup?
No, it was
No, it was
just
it was a plastic
styrofoam
cup.
cup.
It was like, styrofoam.
Dinner or something.
I was about to say I don't really remember that. A lot of shit I don't remember because I fucking blocked it out of my memory. It's traumatic.
We can save those stories for another time. Who else has a story that they want to share that hasn't gone? Coconut, Swank, Saint. Kiki?
Honestly, I thought the sock one was Coconut's story.
Oh, we have two.
Oh,
socks.
that's another
That's
sock
what I said.
story.
It's a
Oh,
long
the two
joke.
sock
hold on,
story.
hold on.
We have a pair. We have a pair of socks.
Oh yeah, you have a pair of sock stories.
Was it a
dude.
left one and a
That
right
story
one?
was already
Yeah, but-
told in the first story time podcast.
Oh yeah.
Oh
That's
my
right. That's right. You're
God.
right.
If
You're
y'all
right.
haven't heard about it, check it out. You know, we'll leave it linked in the description below. So it's hilarious. And now we have the pair of socks together. Coconut and Dickel user.
Oh my God.
You put your left foot
Yeah,
in, you
dude.
put your right foot.
Look, I known Seven for like over a decade, maybe almost damn near 2 decades, and I'm learning new shit. You can't come near my drinks, bro.
Yeah.
That's what makes friendship so interesting. You always
You know,
learn
I-
something new.
You never know what you know.
I'm still
You
surprised
get
at,
drunk.
like,
You
how
never.
charismatic I am when people are drinking. Like, I can get most people to drink anything.
Mm.
You'd be mad if I
Hold
forced you
up.
to drink.
Would I be mad? No, I wouldn't be mad.
It's like a game, man. We gotta
Honestly, this
win.
whole time
We
I've
did
been
It's like
play
Russian
that game.
roulette.
What?
Brad, remember at the last party you had in high school, we played that game where we tried to drug each other?
My goodness,
Bro, hold
What?
on. Okay, yeah.
this is just like this movie Tag, bro. Like, what the hell?
Seven and my brother had gotten into this weird competition to like throw Xanax in each other's drinks, and that's how. Yeah, and that other story was just a byproduct of that competition.
Yeah.
But like essentially, like my brother had like put like a Xan in like his like in Seven's drink, and was like let's take a shot together. And I don't know how, like somehow, like Seven switched up the drinks.
Oh, yeah.
My
This is like
brother
some...
ended up like drunking himself, and like that was it. Like he was out for the rest of the night. It was a wrap.
It was a
Oh,
wrap.
it was easy too because I just pretended like I was drunk and I was gonna drink it, and he was like, "Yeah, bro, just take a shot with me." And like, I'm like, "Oh yeah, hey, do you see that person over there? I've never seen him before. You know who that is?" He turns around. I just switch it. It was easy. And then I'm like, "Ready?" And we take the shot, and he starts laughing at me. I'm like, "What? What happened?" He's like, "Huh, I won." I'm like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "What?" And then he passes out
Jesus.
like 30 minutes later.
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
No, that was great.
Dude, I remember that same party. Seven threw me in the pool and tried to tell everybody I was just like really drunk.
No,
Like,
it
I
was even
really
worse.
drunk,
Like
but I
you
fucking
knew
fell in the pool.
you knew I was gonna throw you in the pool because I'm like, "Hey, do you have your phone on you?" And you're like, "Yeah, it's in my pocket." You took it out. I grabbed it and I pushed you in the pool.
Bro, I was so drunk that happened like in a split second in my mind.
I didn't want you to mess your phone up at least.
How nice of you.
What a guy.
Such
What
a
a guy.
gentleman.
So
Yeah.
basically,
guy.
this nigga could have drowned.
Don't
Nah, he's
trust
alive.
Seven.
Dude, he's a lifeguard, bro.
Yeah,
Oh, remember that time I almost drowned?
So you wasn't.
No.
Damn.
No,
So you
well,
wasn't.
you guys saw it.
Oh,
It
dude,
was in
no, I remember
Galveston.
we were in Galveston, dude. It was you. It was us three. It was it was you. Or it was Brab, Guardian, and me. Dude, we were out in the ocean swimming with Seven.
Oh,
don't
I
remember?
was gone.
Y'all don't remember that?
Oh,
Like seriously,
was
y'all don't
it-
remember that?
Was that
I
after
remember that.
prom? I
Oh,
think I
was it?
drunk.
It was like the day after prom, dude, and we were out in the ocean, and this man was just drifting away with the like waves, dude. he was just
I
like,
remember. I
wait,
remember.
whenever-
Dumbass go.
wait,
I
you
remember.
yeah, Brad, you really don't remember that?
Dude, I really don't.
Okay, because we went out like to like the second sand bear. You know like that, the second sand reef.
Yeah.
We were standing there and we went
Yeah.
further, and this dude Seven just kept going
Seven
further and
couldn't
further
reach.
out, dude.
No,
Because he
it's
was
Seven
too
couldn't
short,
reach.
dude.
Yeah, I'm still too short.
Honestly, like it sounds like familiar, but it feels like it's like I'm seeing it in the third person, and I'm just like really disappointed in myself.
Like I remember I was gone and we went to water and like everyone's like, "God damn, it's cold." I'm like, "It feels fine." I was that gone and we went all the way out and I kept on going, right? I wasn't paying attention to what was going around me. I look behind me, I'm like, "Where'd everyone go?" And they're like, "Seven, where'd you go? Did one of the big waves get him?" Like they're trying to like look for me.
This man was
Let him blow it
drifting,
off
bro.
tequila.
I remember because Swank and I had to grab him by the arms and swim him back.
I was like, "Oh, there you guys are."
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was great. Haven't been to Galveston since.
So now y'all know we live in Texas.
Oh, they know
Of course.
this is a
Oh,
Texas
no,
podcast.
This is Texas podcast for sure.
Texas.
We can't even say the fucking city we're in.
Oh, yeah, you can say this.
I think we've said that. I feel like we've said that.
Fucking Houston, dude.
H-Town.
This is a H-Town podcast, so
I was gonna lie and say we're from San Antonio.
And you want to be from San Antonio?
You're from
Yeah, bro,
San
there's a lot of
Antonio.
things
That's
that you
disgusting.
disgusting. Yeah.
I mean,
Y'all ever
it
heard
could be
Charles
worse. He could be from Dirty
Dallas or
Dallas. So,
Austin.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
No,
He
you
could
know what's
also be
worse?
from Austin.
No, what's worse is El Paso.
Word, bro.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Hey, they got
So-
one thing going for them. Kill Bill took place there.
Oh, that's true.
Yes.
They're redeemed by that. No, Pasadena.
Yeah, but then
they're
again,
trash.
it's Kill Bill, bro.
Pasadena is trash.
Yeah.
I can't stand the Pasadena.
So when I moved out here to California, I drove through El Paso for like a day. I spent a day in El Paso, and I had to go to Walmart because I had to pick up some sockets because I had to change one of my wheels. And I walk into this Walmart, right? I have never seen that many Mexican people in one spot. And I've crossed the border before.
Oh my God.
I said, holy shit, am I in the wrong country?
Straight up, dude.
No, that's
Straight
basically El
up.
Paso. Have you been to El Paso? You don't know what side you're on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up, 100%. So I walk out, and there's like a group of guys like chilling around my car, but it turns out it's because their car was like right next to mine. But either way, like I thought my car was about to get stolen. I had a little Miata. I had all my stuff in there. So just a little tidbit for y'all. I'm in the military, so I had all my uniforms in there and all that. Oh, dude, I thought I
He's
was about to get
proudly
jumped for
serving
my
our
uniform.
country.
Yeah,
Hey, thank
proudly.
you for your service.
Thank you for your cervix.
No, you're welcome.
Oh God.
All right, I think that's just about an hour, guys. So we're gonna wrap this up. I like to give a big shout out and thank you to our guest, Brab, Dick Hole Abuser, and Guardian.
Thank you again, fellas.
Thanks,
All right,
guys.
thanks,
Of course,
guys.
of
Thanks for having me,
course.
guys.
You know, if viewers, if you guys want them to come back, you know, let us know, give them some love. Tell us what your favorite story was, and maybe some of your own stories. You know, if you have an interesting enough story, we might cover it on the podcast. Maybe have you on. You know, don't forget like, subscribe, and comment. You know, the more views and optics we get on this, the better. And I believe our guest, Dick Hole Abuser, will help us get some. views.
Yeah, I'll try my best.
Thanks, Nico Abuser.
He's a,
I'll try my
You know what?
best.
That's all. You know what?
He's the
I'll
closest thing
try.
to
I'll give
celebrity
it my
that we
best
have.
As long as
effort.
you
That's what I'll
try.
do.
All
And
right.
we'll try to get them back for the Patreon.
Yeah, so we got some exclusive stories that we can't post on YouTube, so we'll put them on
Yeah.
Patreon. So
We'll
don't
put 'em
forget.
down.
Exclusive.
This
We have
nigga
the-
said exclusive. Like if you don't join the club, we're not gonna tell you the secret handshake.
No,
Pretty much.
not gonna get
It's not going to get it.
That's how
So,
it be,
yeah.
bro.
We have the Patreon linked in the description. You know, every little amount helps. If we get, I believe it was 500 views total and 250 subscribers, Coconut will post one of his nudes on our Patreon. So that's something
You're
to look forward
kidding
to.
me.
Nope, I have the proof. I will
Bro,
send it to you guys.
coconut out here looking like a whole snack. Just so you know.
Yes,
Yes,
Man, I'm gonna show
sir.
you around then.
All right, so this has been the Delayed W podcast. We'll catch you guys on the flip side.
All right,
Peace.
Bye.
Later, guys.